Hey everybody, coming to you with a app tutorial on our iPad for the Flashcards app I've told some of you about, but I wanted to give you an in-depth look at what it is. So let's get started. Okay, so here's our flashcard app. Let's open it up. And this is the new logo, so we have, like we see it's a free version. We have My Decks, Add Decks, and Store. And we're going to go through each one of these. So first, let's hit My Deck. Let's find all these decks that are mine that I've loaded in here. We're going to go to Kindergarten, the K flashcards. Now, in here you're going to see a bunch of different things. Let's go through each one of these choices. The colored ones are games and the circles are some information. So let's check Explore first, see what kind of cards we have here in our deck. This will list all the different cards you have, and if you click on one, it will show you the back of the card. This is Went and Went. These are just things. Let's go back. Alright. The review button. This just lets you flip through these, and as you slide side to side, you move the card and it switches between. If you click on a card, it will show you the back. Click on it again, takes you to the front. There's also the next button, flip button down there if you want, and in the top left corner, the back button. Let's look at some games. First, we have a matching game in yellow here. And real easy, they just match one side to the other. It starts them out at 1, and it continues to add them, and it shows the progress bar that goes through the whole deck. As you finish, it adds one more. ABC down at the bottom. This is a spelling program. It shows them the word. They just drag up the letter, let it fit in there. There we go. And they spelled the word, gives us a new word. If they run into a problem, you can hit the magic wand on the side, and it will give them a hint. Again, keeps track of their progress. Crosswords. Let's build some crosswords. This is very easy. It gives you your words on the left, and you've got your layout on the right. And at the top, you can see it says 6 by 6. As you move that, it makes that larger and larger, and they just go through and do word searches. It builds these word searches for them. The collage down at the side, this is just throws up 3 words. I haven't completely understood what this is about. Top right corner is a button, puts you in full screen, which will show, and you just click on it, puts it at the back of the card, and you can get out. There's the back button at the top. Memory. This one I use a lot. One yellow is the front, green is the back, so they try to match the two up. You can add more cards. Top right corner button just adds more rows, more columns. Goes through a ton of these. So depending on how many kids you got playing, how long you want it to take, you might want to check that out. You can also do single multiplayer, and you can add up to 4 players on this. Now, I don't do this if I'm using it with kindergarten, but you can do that. True and false. It's kind of hard for words, but it tells you, hey, this is true. Do you have it? You go through 2 of those, and then it starts throwing you questions. Is it true or false? This is going to be more for math and things like that. Quizzes. This kind of gives you multiple different kinds of questions to do it. We're going to start a mini quiz here. And it wants you to find the true, match the 2 together. And then we'll just go through all your different cards on this. It times you, and it also keeps track of your rights and wrongs. So you can have that. Going back to flashcards. Now let's look at what we do to get cards in here. Okay. At the top, first off, I'm sorry. We're looking at Letterland now. These are some I made for Letterland. It's got the picture on the front and the name on the back. So you can use graphics on these. And any of the games are still playable on that. Here's a math deck. It's got the front, it's got the question, and on the back it's got the answer. Letting you see how this works with memory. Green is the front, and then the answers are in yellow, so they try to match up the questions, just like that. Top choice here is tutorials. Now this is going to be in everybody's once you load it. All these different ones you can go through. It's built in, teach you how to do some of those different things with this program. Let's look at adding decks. First, you can create a deck. We'll put a name in here. Does that pop up? Yep, click on it. And we'll just call this me. And we'll title this a test deck. Alright, minimize my, and go to create. You can add those different things if you want. Create a card, gives you one side, first side, and second side. So on the front, we'll just put something simple. And on the back, we'll put, I don't know, let's put this. And minimize. Now you can add images to your cards. Import them, do whatever you want to, front or back, and create the card. Now we have one card in our deck. There's the front, there is the back, shows us both of them. Alright, and you can let's see, add, edit. Oh, that's just adding different things to it. You can then edit this, add more cards to it, so on and so forth. Let's look at the store. If you click the store icon, it takes you to the App Store. Now you're going to see backgrounds you can put on here. It comes preloaded. You also see these are paid for. So you have certain decks. This is the sound, the voiceovers and things. That's all paid for. Add a deck and go to Import, Cram, and Quizlet. Let's go to Quizlet real quick. Now what you do is just type up in the search bar what you're looking for. I'm looking for subtract. So these decks are going to be about subtraction. And it'll list all these free decks that have been added. You can just go through, check them out. It tells you how many cards are in the deck, the name of it, who did it. And gives you a real quick show of what's in this deck. If I like it, I can just add it. Top right corner. Thanks for watching. See you next time.